Why?
Because y'all mics was off.
Ooh.
They heard nothing you just said. This is why I leave the room so I can check stuff.
Hello.
Oh.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I noticed it wasn't echoing like it usually does. So duh.
Oh.
No,
It
was,
usually echoes or
I
something.
told y'all it's because you know what it is when we have these pre-production conversations.
Oh, and you turn them
I
off.
always
Yeah.
turn the mics off just to make sure.
Okay.
So since we was, let's go ahead, let's start.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't.
Yeah, because we do get a little jiggy with it.
Right.
Because I don't know. Pre-production,
Gotta be off the record.
Are for us. It's a safe space.
Not
here for a
incriminating
reason.
ourselves.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So,
Can we hear?
Good
Are
now.
can we be
we
good
are
now?
good.
Okay. All
Some
right.
technical difficulties.
Cool beans.
Everything y'all just said.
All right.
Say it again.
All right. Rewind. But no. So today, since the last time we talked, a lot of things have been happening in the city. This weekend is a good weekend for the city. Which we have. What do we have going
Yes,
on?
lots going on. We had the Harley Davidson riders all through the city on their motorcycles. This is the 120th anniversary for their existence, their establishment.
Say that their existence. Okay, Tiff.
120 years. So it's
Mhm.
kind of cool. Good to see all the riders out. So be safe. Watch out for them.
Please.
Bastille Days. The French history and all that celebration. That's going on downtown in Cathedral Square, and Garfield Days down on North Avenue, where the Black
Nice. And I'm supposed to be
That's
down
it.
there today.
Our
I'm
people.
so mad I did not make it. Oh, I'm so mad.
Mm.
However, but I'm here though.
Okay. And you
So,
still have time.
yeah.
When this is over, you go down there.
So we're gonna talk about there's a lot of hot topics that's been coming about, and I know that oftentimes we're like, oh, we don't care what celebrities do, but truth be told, like a lot of things that celebrities do, it does actually impact how people operate in real life. So let's talk about it. So first things first, let's talk about Darius Cooks. Darius Cooks, who he is like I said, a restaurateur, food critic, chef,
Restaurant foodie.
foodie. Yeah, he does these he's on Facebook and Instagram and all of that. Like I said, I do follow him. I follow him because I am a foodie and I cook and all of that good stuff. But he's exceptionally messy. Like exceptionally messy. And the other thing is that but he makes good money. You know what I'm saying? Like from some shit that'll go on, like he'll literally make a discount code for it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody call him Queenish. This man wrote made a discount code for his merchandise and sold like millions and millions of dollars of merchandise, and people are getting them. So when they say like he's a scam, like this and that, like I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? Like he throws the dinner parties and things like that.
Okay. I mean, some people say any publicity is good publicity, whether it's bad or good. So I gotta keep it.
1 second.
So we had some local.
Yeah, so he came here. He throws these dinner parties. He came here, and when he came here, he goes like what he does is basically he goes to like different places and different restaurants, Black owned restaurants, and he gives reviews on their food. Now sometimes the reviews go well, sometimes the reviews do not go well. Now I will say this. I watch the reviews, I watch the lives, because of course he's coming to a city that I live in, a city that, these restaurants I'm going to end up patronizing at some point. And really, honestly, I didn't see anything that he said was wrong, unless I missed something. I really did not see what he did was wrong. Him going to a restaurant, like I saw when he went to 1700 Pull Up, and he basically said he had to go somewhere else because their menu, which I didn't know, but they had a tandem menu, which means that it changes every single day.
Okay.
And so that may be good for their business, but
Right.
that's not good for his, what
Mm.
he does, a review. He gets everything on the menu.
Okay,
You see what I'm
okay,
saying? So if
right,
you
right.
have 4 things, that's really not going to work.
Okay.
He didn't say anything bad. He wasn't disrespectful. That's it. He was like, actually, their customer service was good. Like, he said all of that, but then Milwaukee,
You know how
went
we do.
in.
You know how we do.
So
You know how
I'm
we
like,
do.
but then some of the same people that were going in will get on Facebook, and then they'll talk about these same businesses and restaurants and say, oh, they were terrible. They were bad.
Mhm.
They were bad.
Mhm.
And it's like,
actually giving negative feedback,
Mhm.
actual negative feedback,
Mhm.
as opposed to turning his words into
yes. So he ended up going to Su Casa Mi Casa, which I've never been there.
They have really good food.
I
I've been there.
really want to go there.
They
I
are
really want to
really,
go.
really good. And they have a lot of specials too. They have a
Mhm.
menu that changes also
Mhm.
daily, and then they have like Tuesday special fish fried. It's
Mhm.
So yeah, really
So
good. Check them
okay,
out.
so and so we're gonna do a food review, because I think that I want to do a science experiment.
Mm.
God damn it.
Yes.
Because I want to know, and I want to see how we react when someone in the city, I live here. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, we live here. You won't even know when I'm coming.
Right.
But I'm going to and I'm going to do a food review. We're going to do a food review.
Okay.
And it's going to be based off of, the customer service,
Mhm.
the food, all of that stuff. And I want to know, is it just because it was somebody that doesn't live here
Mm.
that gave that perspective, or is it because the situation was what it was? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's your take on that?
I mean, well, for one, as with Milwaukee, you know how we can be. We can sometimes. I love my city, beautiful. I mean, I was born and raised here. I have love for my city, but we can be like crabs in a barrel mentality a lot of times. And we have people who will come here to, I mean, even we barely support our own. We barely support our own. And we look for any opportunity. I mean, we almost act like we're, I don't know, like super traumatized or something. Like we're
not super traumatized.
Like we always look for this opportunity to
tear each other down.
Yes. I mean, we jump at it. As soon as something is a little bit wrong or a little bit off, everybody has like this mob mentality to tear it down. And that, I think that is what's most dangerous.
I think so too, but then I also think that the mob mentality is treacherous. And I say that because there were a lot of people in those comments and making posts and stuff that probably have not even went to the establishment as of yet. That's why I said I'm gonna keep my my opinions to myself as of now, because I have not been to these particular establishments that he went to. You know what I'm saying? Now I have supported a lot of establishments previously, and the one thing that I say about a lot of us is our customer service.
Yes.
And don't come to me about customer service, because we talking about somebody that I do customer service for a living. I train it, so I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our customer service is terrible, absolutely terrible, and absolutely horrid.
Yeah. Yeah. We have these people in position that's just like a perpetual bad day. You cannot be in a bad mood working behind anybody's register.
Right. And people don't understand that how you respond to a situation and how you present yourself, it is going to, like, somebody like that. Like, if I had a food truck or restaurant or whatever, if somebody like that came into my establishment, I'm going to try my best to make sure that customer service is on top of the game. Yes. Okay. I'm going to make sure that presentation is on top of the game. I was looking at one of his posts, and he was a business owner, he went into the establishment and, you know, ordered food or whatever. I don't know what the end result of his review was,
Mhm.
but she went to Facebook and literally like went the fuck off. Like went off. And I'm like, why are you even going off like that? Like just chill and probably take it as a learning lesson. And that's another thing that I think that we have a problem with. We have a problem with getting constructive criticism,
Yes.
and then we have a problem with taking it as a learning lesson and actually making our businesses better.
Mhm.
Because a lot of us, we have, you know, a lot of the restaurants that I have went to, we are inconsistent. And even me, as you know, doing my dinners and things that I do, you know, I have to make sure that I stay consistent.
Mhm.
You know, if I mess up, I have to make sure that I rectify it and that I rectify it quickly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you say you don't enjoy your food, guess what? I'm gonna give you half off. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it is what it is.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
I think that everyone should be, you're paying your money, so you have the right to tell me whether or not you enjoy my shit. Now, if you get snotty with it and you be on some bullshit, then I may respond in a different light, depending on how that review is. Like, don't be nasty with it, because I'm not nasty with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, I think that that's the first thing, is that we need to make sure that, and like I tell my kids all the time, like, make sure your nose is clean.
Mhm.
You know, when
Yeah.
somebody comes to your establishment or when they come somewhere, like, make sure your customer service is on
Represent it
par.
well.
Right.
Definitely.
Represent it well.
Mhm.
Sukasa Mikasa, I don't know his name. We're actually Facebook friends, and he's fine. He put up a post and he was like, thank you so much. Like, literally, like, even though he got great reviews, which that's going to be the first place that we should go,
Mhm.
he got absolutely great reviews, but his response was absolutely wonderful,
Mm.
and basically saying thank you, you know, because regardless, if you got a bad response, guess what? Dude ain't from here. I'm
Right.
still gonna fucking go.
And people are still going to patronize your business that rock with you.
Exactly.
You know, so
And
one
yeah.
bad review doesn't necessarily, kill your business.
Absolutely. And
So-
like, for me, like, I'm like, you know, I don't try to listen to everybody and, you know, pay attention to what everybody says. So there's a chance I may still come in there. But if I see some shit on Facebook and you talking shit,
Mhm.
you know, that's going to turn me all the way off.
Right.
You know, like, take it in stride, you know, pick and choose what you can get from that and throw the rest away, you know, because like I said, a lot of us are inconsistent. I know where inconsistent, you know,
I think
customer service.
Efficiency. Is the
Efficiency,
problem.
yes.
I mean, I've been to some of these restaurants, some of these places, and you hear the food is amazing,
But you
and-
ain't got nothing left.
or you standing in line for 2 hours. There's a place.
Hey, Dino.
I would not say the name, but there's a place.
Mhm.
Really good food.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing food. You can call your food in.
Mm-hmm.
Get there. You still gonna wait 45 minutes.
Who you talking about? Upper Yard?
Oh,
well.
But I ain't gonna say no
Okay.
name. No. But
Okay.
I mean, it's just like, why? You call.
Yeah.
There needs to be something in
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
Call orders and.
But see, and this is the thing, and this is like on some real shit. Like, let me bring the mic a little bit closer. This is on some real shit. This is some shit that I've actually, you know, because like I said, I want to have a restaurant, things like that. Like, I definitely have researched, and, you know, so a lot of us, we open restaurants without any experience on the business side. We make great food, absolutely wonderful food. We're good for the first maybe 2-3 months.
Yeah.
But then after that, we forget about the cost associated with it. We don't order enough food. We don't prepare, you know,
Right.
we don't teach our staff correctly. You see what I'm saying? So that's where I think that a lot of us are lacking, is that business aspect of it. And it would be absolutely wonderful if, you know, some of these restaurants, Black-owned restaurants who do have longevity and are consistent, and, you know, and yes, it's not that many of them, but I think that, you know, that industry in our city is so gatekeeping. I said it, God damn it. It's such gatekeeping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
nobody wants to, you know what? I'm gonna help you.
Right.
You know what?
was
I
here
see what
before.
you're
This is
doing.
what I did for my
Yeah.
restaurant. I had a restaurant 20
Yeah,
years.
the only person that I see that does that is Truman. Funky
Okay.
Funky Fresh.
Fresh. Yeah.
You know, and those there may be others that I don't know about. But I don't see it very often. You know, I do not see it very often. You know, I had somebody, this was years ago, I had somebody approach me. She was like, you know, hey, you know, I like what you're doing. I tasted your food, blah, blah, blah. You know, I would love to, you know, have your food or your desserts in my restaurant. Right. I literally called this lady every day for a month. No response. I'm like, what?
Right. Like, what happened?
You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened? You know, and you know, life may happen with her, you know, things with the restaurant, that type of thing. But at least, you know, give me some type of response.
Right.
And say, you know, you know, this is what's going on, you know, meet me here, whatever. I don't know. But it was just disheartening to me, you know, and it's like I said, I see it a lot of times. I see it, you know, that it's a lot of gatekeeping going on. And I think that in that industry in particular in our city, because we have great food.
We
like
do.
and it was also disheartening that it was so many people that were saying, oh, we ain't got no goddamn food. We don't have no good food. Like, we have great food.
We really do.
We have great food.
We really do.
Like, you bitches just don't know what real food
Yeah,
is.
you gotta find it. There's
You absolutely have to find it. Yeah, you salt and pepper bitches don't know what real food is.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all going to the regular spots. Like, try different, and that's, you know, it makes my ass hurt when people say it's nothing to do here. It's probably somebody sitting at home right now saying it's nothing to do.
Right.
Bitch, are you kidding me?
Different festivals going on.
The
this
street is
weekend.
live.
Like, everybody
You know?
outside.
Right. So that's what we're gonna do next. We're gonna do a social experiments with our great Milwaukeeans. And y'all make sure y'all handle us nice when we get this review, because we're gonna be real and we're gonna be honest. And I don't know about Tiff, but I could tussle.
Listen,
okay.
I like to fight.
I could tussle. So fuck with me if you want to. No, I'm just playing. But no, we nice, and you know, I ain't on no bullshit. Like, I love us, you know, and I definitely want us all to win. But I definitely have a couple of good restaurants on my list that I want to meet up with, and you know, and really go and just eat and just, you know what I'm saying? Because I love some good ass food.
Ooh,
I love some good ass food.
For
yes.
real.
Now, the other thing that shook up the controversy in the streets,
What else we got going on?
Lord, it was a lot going
was a lot this
on.
week.
Goodness gracious. So this Kiki situation.
Kiki. All right, come on.
Dina said they bet not.
Come on with it.
Right. Okay. So this Kiki situation, it really just like, it kind of lit a fire under everybody's ass.
Yeah.
Like, we was quiet. We was kind of laid low for a minute, and then boom, here we go. Kiki in her ass in the some sheer shit. Right. So let's break it down. So we got Usher. Okay. So here's Usher.
Okay.
So if you ain't, you know, just call me a Mac, Usher. Okay. Just call me a Mac. That was that the first song he came out with? I think so. The name of his first song ever.
First.
Just call me a goddamn Mac. Okay. We got Same Girl, Usher.
My way,
right.
Usher.
Okay. We got Confessions, Usher. We got all of that. Okay, so we know that Usher is that man. Okay, Usher's that nigga. Sing your panties off. You see what he did with Taraji? I don't know what that was, right? So that's Usher, right? So he's doing this this concert. Everybody knows he's, you know, and he's basically, I'll say he's targeting, you know, a lot of celebrity women in the audience. You know, he doing his little thing, you know. Kiki was there. She was totally fanned out. But then we have her little boyfriend, and he gets on social media and he, you know, states how displeased he was with her behavior. What do you feel about that?
So, okay. I think that the problem was, now men have, because we often say, oh, you know, men express yourselves and we
Mhm.
encourage them to. And then when they do, it's like, oh, you shouldn't, you know. So then now they're looking like, oh, well, I can't
Mhm.
express myself. Okay, we have no problem with men expressing themselves.
Mhm.
However, it's the manner in which they do it sometimes.
Mhm.
So going to social media to express his woes about his girlfriend's outfit, that was not the right choice. I feel like he could have pulled her aside at home
Correct.
and told her, listen,
Correct.
you know, I was
Correct.
going away when you were out there with Usher. I know he is a celebrity, but you know,
Right.
that
And
was
Dino, hold on. And Dino, let me just say this right now. The little boyfriend, yes, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy because he did little boyfriend behavior when he got to social media and told her that he didn't like what the fuck she had on. Like, absolutely. Little boyfriend. Like, there's no way. Like, as a man, like you're the mother of my, just do it by the way we Dino, nope. We not doing that because I'm okay. But no, but this is the thing though. So as a man, right? As a man, we're in a relationship. Your responsibility is to totally protect me, right? And you chose to open up what we had, the discord that we have now, because you had an issue with my outfit.
right.
You had an issue with my outfit and you chose to express that to the whole
Publicly,
world.
right.
So what that did was that opened up, because people are mean.
Mm-hmm.
That opened up to the mother of your child to no longer be protected. So that meant that men could come in and say, or not even just men, but just
people,
anybody
yeah,
in general could come
uh-huh.
in and they can say hurtful things and hurtful rhetoric to her because of what she had on or because of what you felt or whatever the case may be. If you didn't like what she had on, that could have been said
before she left
behind
the
closed
house.
doors, right?
I
or
mean,
before she left the house
I'm
or
sure he
whatever,
saw it.
because it's Kiki. And let me just say this, Kiki is not my favorite person.
Okay.
She irritates my ass. Okay.
Yeah, I love Kiki
because she's always done too much, and I don't like a do too much type of person.
Okay.
And so she's always done too much for me. But this is, so I'm not, because that's, I don't do that type of shit. But I just think that he was absolutely wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, as in a relationship, would I absolutely tell my man or say something to my man or show him what I had on? Absolutely. Because first of all, bitch, I think I look good.
Right.
Okay. I think I look good. So guess who's if you're not there, guess who's gonna be the first call that I make? To you, baby. Yeah. I'm gonna be there. Okay. FaceTime, all that booty, cheeks, ow, ow, ow. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I think also what he should have thought about was, this is Vegas. You see what I'm saying? This is Vegas. Now, was she fanned out? Absolutely. Absolutely, I think she was fanned out. I think it was a little bit too much, but that's Kiki. That's Kiki. She's too much. Sometimes she's too much. But I think that this lit a fire up under a lot of men's ass cracks, because secretly they really, really don't. They feel a certain way about a woman dressing a certain type of way. So what are your thoughts about that?
Is it that though? Is it the dressing? Because I will a woman that's dressed like that with no problem.
I'm gonna be quiet on that one. Keep on.
So is it a real problem, or is it, oh well, because I look at women who are dressed like this, I am now scared that when my woman dresses like this, also other men will do the same thing that I'm doing. So in essence, projecting their own. And I get it. Like, you don't want your woman, you don't want her booty. Like, I'm not like, oh, don't tell me what. I'm not one of them type of chicks. You can't tell me what to do, because I appreciate.
Because you can. You can. You can, daddy.
Because when you can tell me what to do, you can tell me what to do.
Right.
But if you can't tell me what to do, don't tell me what to do.
Right.
So if you can tell me what to do, I'm gonna listen.
Right. And I think that What Dino say? Y'all be defending women that don't have the level of class or respect that y'all do. Well, I think that Kiki does have a level of respect and class. I don't think I've never seen anything come out about her that was
Scandalous and
distasteful,
super
scantily,
controversial. No.
like anything like that. Like like I said, the only thing that I dislike about her is that she does too damn much. And loud, and I just sometimes I could be like that. But
And
I
I
don't know.
think the only thing that we are defending, because
Mhm.
if I see, is there's so much out
Mhm.
here with men bashing, women
Mhm.
do this, why y'all do this, why y'all do, like it's ad nauseum at this point.
Yeah.
Like it's everywhere. It's
Yeah.
everywhere. It's all you hear.
And this actually fueled the fire.
Yes.
That's what I said. It lit some of them in their asses.
It did.
And I'm talking about men and women.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because it's always going to be a split side.
Yeah.
You're always going to have people on this side, and you're always going to have. So it's a
Yeah.
forever debate.
And then here go my dumb ass in the middle, because I see both sides.
I see both sides.
And then
Because
somebody be like, "Oh, well, you riding away?" Yeah, I'm riding the shit out this wave because
you
I see
the whole
both
picture.
sides.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's important to see the whole picture.
Yeah.
So you can view entirely what you're looking at.
Absolutely. And I think, like, for me, like, I grew up, and y'all know, okay, so like, fun fact about me, like, when I be in the shower, like, when I be in the shower, like, I be having I be having these conversations to myself.
Okay, yeah, same. You ain't crazy. You ain't crazy, girl. You ain't. No, you might be.
I'll be
but
like,
I am
yeah,
too,
girl.
but-
Like, wait a minute. Like, because I do a lot, and I've said it before. Like, I do a lot of why do I think the way that I think.
Same.
And so, with this situation, like, I can see both sides because I've seen my mother as a wife.
Yeah, same.
I seen my mother as a wife. I've seen, my grandmother as a wife. I've seen, even on my dad's side, I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen my mother be submissive to her husband. So I've seen all of that. But then I've seen my mother be heartbroken. You know what I'm saying? My grandmother's not so much, because them niggas, they was there. My grandfather, they was there. They wasn't fucking playing. My grandma was one of Medea, she went on that bullshit, okay? Okay? Please listen. But like, so I've seen that. So, but then I've seen my own heartbreak. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I've seen the things that me as a good woman have, and I often think of myself like, damn, like, so let me see, like, so these niggas, like, why they ain't here? Like, if somebody was to ask you that, and it wouldn't be because of situations like that. I don't know how to, let my man be a man. I'm, in my hard girl era. Like, I don't have a hard girl era. Like, I'm soft as a bitch. Like, I don't have a hard girl. Like, there's no Bianca's hard girl. Hell the fuck no. I will when I need to be, when it has come down to my kids,
right.
When in that situation. But this Kiki situation, like, a lot of men, and I don't want to call it insecurity, but I think that for me, like, if a woman was like if that was like Tom said, Janet Jackson, when Janet Jackson used to do that, are you kidding me?
Like, come on,
go,
boo. I would look at him crazy if he didn't. Like,
yeah.
Looking at me like, oh no, I mean, it's cool, but like, don't go up there, please. Enjoy Janet.
Absolutely.
And when you get home,
it's on and
I
popping.
put my little stuff everywhere. Janet put her little stuff.
Yes.
What do you mean?
Because that's nothing. That's nothing but
iconic.
and it's it's a show. It's a show. It's not to say, now, if Usher got little old B up on that stage, yeah, I would have whispered in his ear like, Usher.
Because like, we know good and well them celebrities ain't thinking about us when we leave that concert.
He would have been thinking about because I would have been all in his ear. Do you know I've been waiting on this, Usher? I've been waiting on it. Like, that's the one celebrity where I would just totally just
really?
Yes.
Okay.
Just call me a Mac. I'm telling you, me and my sister, we would probably fight over Usher. I'm telling you. Like, that's once like, oh, child. Anyway.
All right.
Oh, come on, Bianca. But no, but then there was also the situation with Jonah Hill. So I was just made aware of Jonah Hill, where he's the guy that plays on, that's like Leonardo DiCaprio's friend, and he played on a couple different movies. I think Hangover. I think that's him. But anyway, so he was with this girl, and the girl is a surfer, right?
Okay.
And so he ended up getting with the surf girl, whatever. They broke up or whatever. He's with somebody else. He just had a baby, right?
Mhm.
So within, I guess after they had the baby, the ex-girlfriend released these text messages. And the text messages basically was him telling her, oh, I don't want you, wearing bikini thongs when you're surfing with guys, that type of thing. And so what she basically said about him was that he was being abusive. And he simply told her that I don't want you doing this. If you do this, we are no longer together. And she was being abusive. I think it's so weird out here for guys. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't even agree with that one.
Yeah, no.
I can't agree with that one.
No.
Because it's so weird. I don't understand. That's not abusive. He didn't yell at her. He literally did not curse at her. He just simply said, I don't want you wearing those where you're surfing with a bunch of guys.
And she should be able to feel the protection in that.
Absolutely.
I'm not sure why not, she would find that abusive.
Absolutely.
That's
And I
so
think
odd.
yeah, and I think that a lot of times, us as women, we go, and I'm probably gonna get in trouble for this. I don't give a fuck. Let's go.
Nah.
I think that a lot of times that feminism movement
Mhm.
absolutely ruined us.
Oh God, yes.
I think that because while yes, for me,
Mhm.
I want a man that is a man. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
I don't like carrying the load. I don't like I want to drop my shoulders.
Mhm.
I said that today, and I said I
just
you know what I'm
wanna-
saying? Like this is the stress. I just want to do that. For the rest of my life. And that don't mean that I don't want to
Lazy
work.
or- right.
And he my trick or
Right,
no
right,
shit
yeah,
like
no.
that. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to have to figure it out first.
Yep.
And I think that the feminist movement really fucked us up in that sense, because now we have where a lot of men, that's the first thing they say. That's the first fight they say is, oh, but y'all wanted free equal pay. Well, bitch, if I'm doing it by myself, I want to be paid exactly what you're being
Right.
paid.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
There's a difference.
It is.
And I think that nobody really understands or acknowledges the difference in that. You know what I'm saying? I think the feminine movement was brought on by women that simply had to do it themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we had it came about I guess was it World War II, I think?
Mm-hmm.
And we had our men gone at war
Mhm.
and so there was nobody to work the factories, and so the women, I guess, they had to go out into the
Mhm.
factories, and but then when they came home, I mean, it's like, okay, we had women that had been working in these factories and they had been used to being in that position,
Mm-hmm.
and so now they were competing when
Absolutely.
the men came back. And
Absolutely.
I don't want to compete. I'm not competing. I take care of me,
Please.
because I'm gonna take care of him, baby.
Listen,
I'ma take
and
care
I
of him.
think and a lot of men don't understand that when they have that woman that will absolutely
Get down.
you know what I'm
You have
saying?
to keep me from
Absolutely.
doing for you. when I care
Absolutely.
about you.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna get on your nerves. Cause I'm gonna be
Tryna
like, guess what I did?
For real. What
You-
do you mean? I'm
right.
at your job. I could
Right.
lunch.
You
What do
like Coke?
you-
Guess what? I bought a whole fucking semi
What you
truck.
be
I
eating
got
on
you
your-
some
you be eating
Coke.
snacks? You be at work eating snacks.
Right. And I think that, again, before you said there's so much men versus women.
Mhm.
These scenarios do nothing but amplify
They
it.
do. I hate it.
They don't do anything because there really is not anyone that's in the middle and saying, look, Do you see what he's saying?
Come on.
Do you see what's like you motherfuckers is literally saying the same thing?
Yes. And even with those podcasts, like there's so many posts, even like in the group when they share stuff, and it's like
I'll be stirring the pot though. I ain't even gonna fucking lie, because you know what it does. And I'm gonna let you finish. It weeds they ass out.
It does.
It weeds they ass the fuck out.
And it does.
Because I want to know how the fuck you think. Because if you thinking anything like that shit is an immediate turn off for me.
Absolutely.
Immediate. But go ahead.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, just even like watching, people post, like, like that's all they post. Is, these subversive, men, women is this, but you can honestly always see, like, okay, even though you're kind of trolling a little bit, you're not all the way wrong. And a lot of times the things that they're complaining about, women doing or whatever, I guess maybe I don't know if they're trying to help the situation. Like, hey, I'm calling women out that do this. Make sure you're not one of the women that do this.
Right.
But they're so angry and so aggressive.
And it's so, yes. And I think, bam, I think you hit the nail on the head. Absolutely. Because a lot of times I see the post and I see the intent, right? So I see the intent, but then the way that you say it, and we can't continue because now we're in a state, men and women. So I posted, and this actually, and I knew that this was probably gonna turn this way because we talking about Kiki and all this relationship shit. But I saw a post, and I never knew about this, and it was very interesting to me. And because I like history, I saw it and immediately grabbed me, and then I had to do some additional kind of looking and reading. But there was an experiment that was done, a social experiment that was done with mice.
Oh, I saw that.
25 I can't remember the name, but it's okay, so real quick, Dino said we tend to subconsciously assume people are angry in posts because we personalize things, and I don't think that's necessarily true, because this is the thing, is that if I see you, right, and all that you're bringing is negativity, I have nothing else to go by. So like the one guy, and I'm not gonna say his name, but in the group, me and him kind of had like a little tiff. And because he came and he commented on something, and he at the end of it, and I kind of like went off, because first of all, you be talking that bullshit, and I'm finna give it to you because I don't like you. I like there is no favor in here for you, and I don't even know you, and I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But because you talk that shit so strongly, and literally every single thing that you post, like, and to make sure, this is how thorough I am, because I don't like not liking people. I went to this nigga page, and I said, let me just make sure that I'm not right.
Every post,
let me, and literally every single post is nothing but women this, women that.
That is so ugly.
So then, what does that? If you're coming on a post and you say something, what do you think that person? How do you think that person is going to receive that?
Because we already know what energy you coming from.
We already know what energy you're coming from. And I think that, so like, whereas me, you may be confused as fuck with me because you don't know where I'm coming from, because I can see both sides of some shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I may be coming trying to play devil's advocate, or I may be really on some real shit, like this really how I feel. And people be like, oh, I don't know, because I be with that shit. But then I don't be with that shit because I be loving people. But anyway, so I think that, it is absolutely a thing, is that if you're coming with nothing but negativity, I don't see you post shit about how a beautiful woman is, or let's just see, how about this, how your woman is. Where your bitch at?
Come on. Like,
where your bitch at?
Because why you so mad?
Where your bitch at?
What's going on?
Yeah. I mean, and that be things that I be wanting to say,
Yeah.
but then I don't want to, because I have a thing about talking to men in a certain type of way. Like I will never, I cringe when I hear emasculation of men. Like I hate it. I try not to do that to my sons and all that good shit. But I will cuss your ass out. But honestly, okay, so that social experiment and what is
I found it. Okay. So the Universe 25, I'll just kind of skim through it. The Universe 25 experiment is one of the most terrifying experiments in the history of science. Okay, so we have, let me just skim through, an ideal world in which hundreds of mice will live and reproduce. A paradise of mice, design space where rodents had an abundance of food and water, as well as a large living space. In the beginning, he placed four pairs of mice that in a short time began to reproduce, resulting in their population growing rapidly. However, after 315 days, their reproduction began to decrease significantly. When the number of rodents reached 600, a hierarchy was formed between them, and the so-called wretches appeared. The larger rodents began to attack the group, with the result that many males began to collapse psychologically. As a result, the females did not protect themselves and in turn became aggressive toward their young. As time went on, the females showed more and more aggressive behavior, isolation elements, and lack of reproductive mood. There was a low birth rate and at the same time an increase in mortality in younger rodents. Then a new class of male rodents appeared, the so-called beautiful mice. They refused to mate with the females or to fight for their space. All they cared about was food and sleep. At one point, beautiful males and isolated females made up the majority of the population.
Deep.
Okay, so there was 2 stages. There's a first death and a second death. Okay, let me just kind of skim through a little bit. As time went on, juvenile mortality reached 100% and reproduction reached 0. Among the endangered mice, homosexuality was observed, and at the same time, cannibalism increased. 2 years after the start of the experiment, the last baby of the colony was born, and by 1973, he had killed the last mouse in the Universe 25. John Calhoun repeated the same experiment 25 more times, and each time the result was the same.
And it is so deep. Dino said, sounds like he absolutely.
That is,
it is absolutely what's going on right now.
Yep.
And it's crazy because there's literally like a fight between the men and the women. And I'll say this and I'll say this again, and I'll keep saying it. Like, I really honestly think that the first thing that we have to stop doing is we have to stop being so defensive about shit. You see what I'm saying? Like really look at yourself and be like, damn, like what the fuck did I do?
Right.
Because you're always the common denominator. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck did I do?
Yeah.
Did I smother them niggas? I probably did. And I thought that he was, you know what I'm saying, that he liked that type of shit, but he don't. Let me go find somebody that's going to give me what I need. Just as simple as that.
And one thing that Dino did say when he was talking about like we defend people who are not whatever. I know with me, when I hear people giving these subversive opinions about women and they're constantly just, giving all these, like, first of all, my question is, are those women that you're attracting or that you're associating with? Because why is that all that you see? And
like, I know a bunch of wonderful and basic, and I'm not saying basic in the sense of, how, I'm a bad bitch. you know what I'm saying? Because we be bad bitches when we get dressed.
Right.
But no, basic as in, I'm going to work every day. I'm taking care of my kids. I'm paying my bills, but life is fucking lifing.
Right.
Me right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't have time for the bullshit type of shit, but I want to be with somebody and I want to, I'm not looking for a nigga to take care of me. Like, they're out there. They're out there.
Yeah.
But something that you said earlier is that y'all too busy looking at the bitches on Instagram or not keeping it real with yourself on how you actually are. Like, how can you absolutely say, like, that's cool for you to like a bitch, she got her ass out, but then when you actually have somebody right in your face, You know, like you're paying more attention to the bitch on Instagram than you do to the one that's in your face.
And then you're going to attract whatever you're giving your energy to. So if all you're talking about is chicks that do this and chicks that do that and women that do this and women, all y'all do is cheat and no good,
that's
y'all no
all
good,
you're gonna attract.
That's all you're gonna see.
Literally.
That is all
Literally.
you are going to see.
Yes.
And like, so why are you paying attention to those chicks that don't do this? If they're in your circle, if they're in your line sight, in your eyesight, ask yourself why. If you're so mad at all these chicks that's doing all this crazy stuff, why are you paying attention to them?
And you know why? Because there's a lot of men that and this one might sting a little bit, but there's a lot of men that lead with their pocketbook. They actually lead with their pocketbook. The first thing they're gonna say to you is, "Oh, you're gonna start bragging about what you got." You know what I'm saying? You're gonna start like all that extra unnecessary ass shit where, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then like you niggas don't even know how to read the fucking room. Like, read the room. Read the room. Like, y'all literally be mad because somebody don't want to talk to y'all and it's not like conversing or, you know, giving you what you think you should get. Read the fucking room. That bitch probably ain't responded to shit you said.
Right. Or in a bad mood or anything like
like you could it could be anything that's going on, and you know it's just a mess. And I think that social experiment is, like I said, is exactly what's going on today, because we have a lot of men are just literally deciding to just kind of lay to the wayside, and now at this point you are a waste, sir. Kind sir.
I mean, because I noticed that when I changed my mindset, I noticed the people in my eyesight was very different. I mean, and I've had some not so pleasant experiences in the dating game, and I could have taken that and been like, okay, well, y'all do this, and the men do this, and the men ain't this,
right?
And you know, focus my energy on that,
right?
But I can't do that because then that's all I would see. And if I'm saying men ain't this, then I'm gonna see men that ain't that.
Absolutely,
you know. But as soon as I start saying, you know what, men are kings. They are beautiful. I want one that's smart. I want to interact with some that are smart. I will only interact with men that are of an intellectual caliber, that carry themselves of a certain way, that do certain things, creative in a certain way. And you know, so that's what I'm looking at. That's where my energy is drawn.
Right.
And waves, and there's particles. Like, energy is always coming.
Yeah, and it's levels to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of levels to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't be trying to like have me change what I wear or the amount of times that I go out, and I only been seeing you for 2 weeks. Sir, I'm gonna go out with my friends. Right. And I'll call you when I get back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to go out, and that's one thing that I know that, and I think that a lot of women struggle with, and I think that sometimes men have to see it this way. And this is one thing that with Kiki, she has to see it this way, or he should have seen it this way. Kiki just had a baby. A lot of times that when we get into relationships, we begin to, as women, we begin to kind of lose ourselves. Right. So especially the women who, I want my man, you know what I'm saying? My man, you know, we tend to lose ourselves. And after we have kids, we tend to lose ourselves. You know, we think like, oh my God, like my body is, you know, this, that, and the third. You know, for me, I'm like, shit, I'm not going to be fat no more. I'm not going to, you know, have no thighs no more. I was girl, miserable. Like, fuck. This weight is going back down. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, skinny, big, whatever, you know, we have these thoughts about ourselves, and we, you know, we don't always feel too good. You know, I think that would have been the perfect opportunity to say, you know, baby, you look so good. If you want to say some shit on social media, give me a fucking compliment.
Come on.
Yes. Please gas me up. And then when we get home, be like, now you know you was tripping a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
have some drawers on.
Yes, like that dynamic, like be that for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, be that for me. Be that
Yeah.
man
Because
for
I'm gonna
me.
be that for him.
Yeah.
I would never embarrass my man in public. Or
Absolutely.
If my man is wrong,
Yeah.
I'm gonna make y'all think he right, and we get home be like, okay, good baby.
Right. Right.
No, you look
Like I
good.
was having a conversation and he was like and I was like, cause I'm gonna do the same for you. You know what I'm saying? He was like, well, would you support my rap my rap goals? I'm like, yes, I will support. You need
I'ma be in the
studio time.
background, like,
Right,
in your
right.
videos.
Like, have you seen the video of the lady and the man at the crosswalk? And he have his and she be walking the way you make
Oh,
me
that
feel,
would.
and she be walking across the street.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's me.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But guess what? The gag is I'm gonna need you to clock in third shift because this crosswalk shit, I don't know. I'm gonna support you because that's what you like to do, boo. But we got to do something else. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's all that a lot of women. I mean, I did see some comments and they were talking about how he don't have a job, that type of shit. If that's what the fuck that girl like, then hey, that's what the fuck she like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't sit here and say that I've never dated a man that don't have a car, that don't have a job. Like, really, honestly, I don't. Yeah, that's not a big thing. Like, I'm not looking for you to do anything for me. Yes, I want to go out. I want you to drive. I want you to come pick me up. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got no car, I'll give you the keys and you go right around the corner and then come pick me back up and say, baby, I'll be back in 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of those comments they did, and I know that triggered a lot of men, because a lot of men, they go through shit. You know what I'm saying? So they like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But I think like that Kiki, like that in the Jonah Hill situation, I think that like it's some of that shit is just unnecessary. Like, y'all be fucking tripping. Like, I'm out with my girls.
Yeah.
This is Usher. Like, he's a celebrity.
But at the same time, it's like, come on, celebrity crushes are just that. Like, I mean, yeah.
Right? Like, it's a celebrity.
Like, whoever I end up in a relationship should not be worried that I'm gonna run off with Idris
Dino,
Elba.
I am well aware I'm a unicorn out here, sweetheart.
Like, I wouldn't really run off with Idris Elba. I wouldn't.
Or am I? No, I'm just playing. Then, what else? Future. So I want Future to leave that man alone. Leave Russell alone. Why are you still making songs about Future?
Because he clearly got him pressed, obviously.
Leave him alone.
He got him pressed.
He is absolutely toxic.
He's completely toxic.
And because he's toxic, toxic does what toxic does.
Like, that lady got how many kids by this man? Like 3 kids, but then they were saying that they were still fucking. So I wonder.
Yeah, you gotta look at.
I don't think so.
You gotta look at
I doubt that. Right.
Because a lot of sources are not credible. First and foremost.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, you have a lot of men out here who are toxic, so they want to project what they do into that situation, and it's not the same. Dino
said all he said was fuck Russell. See, but that's the thing though. Why is that man even on your lips?
Why is he on? Why
like
on
dead
mind?
Ass? Like, why is he on your
Why
mind?
Thinking about him? Why?
Like once if I was to lose my guy, if I had one to another bitch,
I'm not thinking about you. What? All thoughts create energy. Why are you creating energy about why?
I definitely would have after it first happening, I definitely would have to look inward and be like, and talk to myself like, Bianca.
When it's a little fresh,
like, girl,
being a little salty,
girl, yeah, like let me go up in my little, cause it's like, damn, yeah, anniversaries, babies.
What are we doing?
He be treating her to shit like your name should no longer be in that man's, like it should never be in the vocabulary. Like, at this point, you should just be like, what's up?
Good luck.
Good luck. So if she's still smashing Future, women gonna co-sign her choice. No, if she's still smashing Future, she's dead wrong because she's fucking married. who are these women that you know?
Right.
I really think that at this point, sir, you need to log off of social media. You need to give it a rest, like give it like a month, and do you a detox.
You know, I think the problem is there's so many podcasts and so many
people
just giving their opinions about stuff, and it's too many wrong people that are very loud. The wrong ones are very loud, and so you have a lot of men that are listening to the wrong ones, and they think that the wrong ones are the majority. Mimi, you ain't never lied. They absolutely same. They absolutely do. Mimi said she said, what did she say? Being a unicorn ain't rewarding. Like they be trying to make it seem. I spent a lot of years in that space, and the same niggas want unicorns be donkeys. I love it. I swear. I promise you. I promise you. And you know what? Me and my sister was talking about this today, and I was basically saying, I said, you know what? I'm like being the good girl, like the good woman, like the, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like that shit is I might as well be out here just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I mean, that ain't even today's topic, but goddamn. I know. I got some mean faces. Who put some mean faces? Right. They mad. They was mad when we was talking about girlfriend. Who got mad? I don't know who this Carl Winslow is, child. I have no clue. Somebody, I have no clue.
So either Carl Winslow Jr., Aaron, I don't think that was Aaron, or my homegirl Chanel. So let me go. Look like they all coming to my page. So let me go.
We gonna see. I think it's whoever this Carl Winslow Jr. is.
It sounds like Carl.
It's sure doing. I don't know. I don't even know.
People don't give that energy.
Yeah, I don't even know who that is. And sir, if you're gonna give mad faces, you could at least say who you are and speak your piece, goddammit. Cause I don't know, probably somebody who be watching me. Hey. Who else? Who loved the stories? Who's giving positive?
Most definitely Carl Winslow Jr.
I got flicks to edit, so I gotta switch phones and comment from that one.
They got Carl's face.
Right. He said he ain't mad. He want attention. I really want, because that ain't the first time that I've seen that person on one of the shows, and I really want to know who they are. Tell me who you are. No, don't fucking stalk me. Don't do that. No. I don't know. I don't have time. I don't do that type of stuff. You get your fucking feelings hurt.
Too many people listening to the wrong people.
I know, but at the end of the day, yes, it is too many people that listen to the wrong type of energy. So they don't know how to read the fucking room, like Russell. I mean, not Russell, but Future. Like, dude. Like at this point, like if you want to be toxic, like you've literally made that your business. But I think like at a certain point, like leave them people alone.
Yeah, for real. Find some new people.
Like grow the fuck up, first of all.
That shouldn't be your circle. People in your circle are like that.
Philip Walker, the late night stalker. Right. So if a man wants a donkey, he's wrong. But women date ugly niggas. Huh? I've openly said that I like men that are not what do I call them? Scruff McGuff?
Well, Scruff McGruff. Wait, I think he's misinterpreting something.
I think so.
So he's saying, so if a man wants a donkey. No, nobody's saying a man wants a donkey. I think he's talking about Mimi's statement about he said when she said that some guys want unicorns, but they be donkeys. Her statement was saying that they want like the best of the best, the cream of the crop, and the whole time like they don't have anything going on. Like they aren't the best of the best, like what they want. So they want a unicorn when they're actually a donkey. So I'm not sure if maybe that's what he's talking about, but he says, so if a man wants a donkey, he's wrong. No, sir. If you want a donkey, you're not wrong. You can
that's what it's basic. It's if that's what your preference is. Please like nobody, please date your preference. And that's where a lot of people mess up too, is that you are not dating your preference. Yeah. You are dating who you see. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I said this to, I think this was, no, not you. Somebody I was talking to today, probably my sister. And I was saying that my best friend, men tend to like the idea of being with you. Mm-hmm. Right. But then because of, you know, what they see on social media. So if I don't know you from Adam and I just know you off of social media, you tend to want to date me because of what you see,
Right.
because of, you know, and the idea of dating me, or, you know, to, oh, you know what I'm saying? I got, you know, I'm not saying like I'm that bitch or anything, you know, I mean, no, but no, I'm just a regular ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? I just be chilling and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a cool ass bitch. So. I think I one up on you hoes. Got one up on you hoes. I'm a cool ass bitch. But no. But if you're just dating for the imagination.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, almost like, and I'm not, you know, almost like you see somebody that you don't even really know like that. And you just like, oh, they just so cute, you know, they just so oh, they so fine. I want to be, you know, you're lustful. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, in a lot of time, like, men get into these situations with these women, and that because that's what you see. You don't take the time to actually know her and get to know her, and you know, you just look at what you see on social media and be like, oh yeah, boom, that's her. Like, yeah, like for me, it's me what you see on social media, but there's a lot of different facets to Bianca.
And you know what? It's weird because we have this thing that we do, right? That we often get faulted or blamed for when in actuality we're not necessarily doing anything wrong, right? So men will often like say, oh, we're bad pickers. We don't pick the men well. We don't whatever.
I know I don't.
A lot of times though.
Sometimes I do though.
A lot of times women we tend to
I'm getting better at it.
And they tell us not to date for potential, but we fall in love with the vibe. Yeah. And we can sometimes see the best in them that they can't even see in themselves. Yeah. And a lot of times we can see like, okay, well, hey, you do this and this. You can also do that if you're doing this. And they see that as something else. Yeah. A lot of times guys will be drawn to a woman physically and then hope she has all the other characteristics.
Absolutely.
Under that. And that's where they go wrong at, because now it's like, oh, I got this beautiful chick and but she don't got no brains and she dumb and she not
well, bitch, you should have known that. You should have known that had you had a real conversation with her.
Especially in an upper crust society, the chick being beautiful but dumb is a status of success. It's a status of control and submissive. It's like, oh, this chick is here as arm candy. I want a chick as arm candy too, but then we also want a chick as arm candy who's also our black queen. And
everybody ain't fucking queens, and I'm just gonna keep that shit real. And don't be calling me a queen and shit like that. Like I really like, for me, and we go end it because it's a whole nother podcast. As a matter of fact, we'll be doing next week. So we're gonna come back actually next week because we have the kickback coming up. That is on July the 29th. I will be vending, so y'all come out, get y'all some food. We will have the Double Dutch that will still be going on. Again, our goal is that we want to fill 100 book bags. So regardless of whether or not you jump Double Dutch, I don't give a fuck if it's just me out here jumping Double Dutch, because I don't know how to jump. So no, I don't know how to jump Double Dutch. So y'all could teach me how to jump Double Dutch, because I don't know how to jump Double Dutch.
Teacher got you.
But definitely, yes,
I got you.
Definitely make sure that you all can donate, whether it be a full book bag. You can donate, which is about we saw anywhere between about $15 to $20. That will help us fill one actual book bag. So we're looking forward to that. So next topic, we're gonna have to see. We might have to move this, do a little move this topic on next, because that was good.
Yeah.
But so y'all, peace out. Tone, did I miss anything? I got everything. See y'all. Bye-bye. Thanks for tuning in.